read to me the nameplate?
Judge Eboni K. Williams.
So the only thing that matters in this particular courtroom is how I see it. I am from North Carolina by way of Louisiana with some West Coast cool and a New York edge. Do we have a problem, ma'am?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Equal justice is all about the most important values of our country: freedom, integrity, and those are the things that I'm striving for. Ma'am, you run your household, this man gets to run his. I decided to become an attorney and pursue the law. I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. This court cannot hold this woman accountable. People from all sectors of life, black, white, purple, gay, straight, queer, and that's what equal justice with Judge Eboni K. Williams is all about.
Comedian Dante Lester claims his ex showed up at his gigs after he called it quits and then pepper sprayed him in a club. Corbin says she felt threatened and protected herself when Mr. Lester trashed her and got in her face.
Okay, I see I've got Dante Lester here as my plaintiff and Corbin as my defendant. Mr. Lester, you are suing this defendant for $6,000. You say there is an assault claim. Tell me what brings you to court today, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm suing the defendant, like you said, for $6,000 because she pepper sprayed me at a comedy club.
Why would she do such a thing, sir?
Well, I don't really have the answer for that, but I know that we did have some slight history leading up to that. Like, maybe like 3 years ago. You know, we're both comics, so, you know, we're in the same scene, so we see each other. But like a few years ago, we had a stint.
What kind of stint?
Well, we were romantically involved for
like a
small period of
situationship
time.
type of situation?
You could say that.
Okay, so
but
okay.
It seems like for her it was probably more than that.
Oh, well, I'm sure
unbeknownst
she
to
can
me.
speak for herself.
Okay,
Right.
well, I felt like, you know, it was a mutual understanding that we were just having some fun, and when it was over, it was over. I didn't think it had to be
That's
any
not
type
what you
of...
made it seem like. That's not what you made
Okay,
it
Ms.
seem
Corbin, I'll be doing the questioning here. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Lester, how long did the situationship last?
I'd say a couple of months.
Couple months,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
And then what happened?
After some time went by, she would start kind of showing up to places that I was at, and I would get messages from her, like on Instagram or random text messages.
Like sweet messages, Mr. Lester, or what kind of messages?
I wouldn't call them sweet.
Wouldn't call them sweet?
She made it very clear that she wasn't happy about
She was
my
not
departure.
happy with you. Okay, all right. Let me get Ms. Corbin in here. Ma'am, this gentleman says that y'all had a situationship of sorts, some casual dating, and then that it was mutually understood that when it fizzled out, that everything would be cool. What say you?
I don't feel like it was a situationship. It was more of a relationship.
Okay.
He would call me all the time. We would text all day. And even on his off days, we'll go on dates. So I didn't see it as a situationship. It was more of a relationship to me. So when I didn't hear from him anymore, he ghosted me. And I was like...
After how long, ma'am?
It probably had been about 4 months.
So you're saying 4 months and you saying 2 months. There's a very big difference on the calendar between 2 months and 4 months. So who's lying?
Might have been 3.
Okay, I see the comedic aspect. Okay, so y'all were dating for 3 months. Now, Ms. Corbin, you're saying you felt it was a relationship, and I want to hold the space for your perspective. But I do need to ask you, ma'am, did you and this man ever have a conversation about exclusivity?
Well, Your Honor,
Well,
he didn't specify it, but like I said, the actions, it was more of the actions, the conversations we had. It wasn't given off situationship.
you're assuming you were in a relationship, and this man is functioning as if he's casually dating. And I just want everybody in the court to be aware as to this is what it looks like when somebody, ma'am, does not require clarity. Okay?
I can understand, Your Honor. I can
I
definitely
figured you could.
understand.
I figured you could. Okay, so here we go. Whatever y'all were doing, he disappeared.
Yes,
You felt a way about that.
yes.
He says that you start popping up on him. Is that true, ma'am?
Well, I really wouldn't call it popping up because we're in the same profession.
Okay.
So sometimes I want to go to a show and he just happens to be there.
Okay, so then, Mr. Lester, where does this become a problem?
Well, she's acting as if she was just randomly popping up at places because she's a comedian. We're not even like to be honest, on the same level, so we
How did I
wouldn't
know
be
you
at
were
the
going to
same
say
spot.
that, Mr. Lester? How did I just know in my spirit you were going to pull that we ain't on the same level card?
Well, because
You
the
know,
basis of our...
it's like clockwork, isn't it? My goodness. Okay.
I'm just trying to be honest with you, Your
So what
Honor.
level you on? You on a Chappelle level? What level you on? You
No,
on a Chris
I'm
Rock
not on
level?
Chappelle level, but I'm pretty seasoned, and I've been doing it for a while,
Okay.
and I
That's only
get...
because you've been doing it longer than me.
All right, Ms. Corbin. All right.
Regardless of the reason, I get paid for my shows, I get booked regularly, and I do well for myself. I actually have made a career out of my comedy.
And what do you say about Ms. Corbin's career?
I would say she's aspiring.
Do you do shows and get paid for them, Ms.
Yes, I am actually really booked. I probably have about 3 to 4 bookings a week.
That's a lot of bookings, Mr. Lester. What you talking about?
I wouldn't call like open mics. You don't have to get booked for that.
Okay, all right. You being a little petty now, sir.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
I heard you saying something about it's real funny until somebody come your way.
Yeah, well, there's...
No, I'm still talking, Mr. Lester, because that kind of language could sound like a threat.
And later,
A dress of mine that I was wearing, very expensive dress, caught on fire due to his negligence of the fire pit.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with a case of Dante Lester, who brought Corbin to court for pepper spraying him.
So at this point, you're alleging assault. You want $6,000 from this court. Let's get down to the facts. Do you have a medical bill?
Yes, ma'am. I have
Okay,
it
go
here.
ahead and give your whole folder to my bailiff.
There you go.
Thank you, sir. Let's look at the medical bills. Okay, Exhibit A, $800 is what you paid.
Correct.
So what is $6,000 for?
The rest of the money is for 2 shows that I had booked that I wasn't able to attend because of my injuries.
Sorry, Your Honor. Can I say something?
What is it, ma'am?
I have seen on Instagram that he put that he was not going to one of them shows. So he wasn't going to get paid for one of them shows regardless. I don't feel that I should be accountable for that.
Do you have that Instagram post?
I didn't get a chance to screenshot it because he would be able to see if I screenshotted it. So I was just...
Wait, what did you say?
He would be able to see if I screenshotted it.
Is that true?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so...
You got something on your phone where you can see when people screenshot your information?
Maybe if she put something on my phone, but I don't. Nothing that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I just don't think I should pay it. I don't...
Ms. Corbin, do you have any evidence for the court, ma'am?
I actually do have a video.
I heard you had a video.
Yes, I
Yeah.
submitted the video.
Okay, let's see this video of Ms. Corbin in the night in question.
It's more of an audio.
Okay, well, let's take a gander here.
And see, that's the thing about men with hair. They always wear a big old bun and call it a man bun. Is it really a man bun, or is it just a man trying to wear a bun? Like,
See, this what happens when comedians ain't got no jokes. They gotta talk about somebody.
well, that's part of being a comedian, and you heard everybody laughing at you.
Nah, they really laughing at you. They not laughing with you. You sound stupid.
Okay, you think you got fashion because you wearing 2 nose rings? That's not fashion. I think that's something
Real
else.
funny until somebody come your way.
Get back. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Yes, you are. Get out of my face. And see, right there is when he was coming towards me.
This shit is crazy.
Yeah. Now, how you like that?
Okay. That was a lot going on, you two. I think what I heard was she was ribbing on you. You didn't like it. You heckled back. You felt a way about it. And I believe, Mr. Lester, if I heard correctly, I heard you saying something about it's real funny until somebody come your way.
Yeah, well, there's...
No, I'm still talking, Mr. Lester, because that kind of language could sound like a threat. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did you feel threatened, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's get to you, because you say you feel threatened. Is that when you pulled out the pepper spray and proceeded to pepper spray this man?
Well, it wasn't until after he said that, and he didn't come towards me, but his body just, you could see somebody gesture, so he went, and that's where I felt threatened.
Okay, and that's when you pulled out the pepper spray and sprayed him?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I do want to take a assessment here in the courtroom. Who feels like they heard the defendant, Miss Corbin, sounding in fear? Go ahead and turn around, Miss Corbin. You see how nobody's hand is raised? That was my concern as well. I think that this might have been threatening verbiage used towards you, but I'm not sure if I feel like you were actually in any fear. See how there's a disconnect there?
Well, I can probably see where it is on the outside looking in, but it was my feelings, and it was a very touchy time.
I understand that, ma'am, but a part of a threat is that it produces an actual reasonable fear. So even if this court wants to say, I don't like the language that the plaintiff used against you until somebody come your way, I don't know that I feel you took it as a threat because you sound a bit retaliatory in the audio that I heard. And if you look behind you, people are nodding, ma'am. It sounded almost like you were just looking for a reason to get with this man. This is what I'm gonna rule. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is a cautionary tale on many levels, but the main one is when you do not require clarity in your romantic dealings, this type of ambiguity can literally lead to violent assault. Beyond that, let me get to what your demand is, Mr. Lester. You asked this court for $6,000, $800 in the medical expenses that you adequately provided a receipt that you paid for, but also you want to be reimbursed for not one but 2 gigs that you didn't show up for. Here's my issue. I don't have enough evidence to say that these were rock-solid gigs that you were unable to perform for due to the injury. But what you have proven is that you sustained the injuries, you paid for your medical services, so the court is going to rule in your favor for $800 for your medical expenses. I advise you, sir, moving forward, don't be afraid of the conversation, sir. It might save you in the long run. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $800.
You said that you make a lot of money, but I guess you needed that money.
Obviously, you need it more than I do. That's why we're here.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
She had this like flowing dress and everything, and she's like near the fire. I'm getting nervous. I kept telling her.
You kind of saw that this could be
I
a
saw
problem.
a disaster. Like, I was really nervous.
This is Equal Justice. Lauren White claims her expensive dress caught on fire at the defendant's party because he had an unsafe fire pit. Daniel Rourke says he warned the plaintiff to keep her flowing dress away from the flames.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren White here is my plaintiff, Daniel Rourke here is my defendant. Ms. White, you are suing Mr. Rourke for $2,103. You claim negligence. What brings you to court, ma'am?
Your Honor, I was at a party hosted at Daniel's house, and a dress of mine that I was wearing, very expensive dress, caught on fire due to his negligence of the fire pit. And I'm suing him for that and water damage to my cell phone.
To your cell phone. Okay,
Yes.
ma'am. Let's start with how you know this gentleman.
I didn't know him until this party. We have a mutual friend, my friend Clarissa. She said she was going to this party. I figured I had nothing else to do, so I went, and it was a mistake.
How does one go from showing up at a party, which should be fun and non-eventful, to a dress catching on fire?
Well, the party was fun and eventful until this incident happened.
Do you have images or receipts for the dress, ma'am?
Yes.
Give your whole folder
do.
to my bailiff. Thank you, ma'am. So we can see exactly what we're talking about here. Okay, so let's start with the image of the dress when it was new, so we can see what you arrived wearing. Okay, very pretty maxi dress here. Now let's see what this dress looked like after the fire damage. Oh my goodness, now it's singed beyond repair for sure. So this is total wash here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Coming up on Equal Justice.
When I caught on fire,
Yes.
a nearby guest trying to help me pushed me into the pool.
Oh wow.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Lauren White, who blames Daniel Rourke for damage from a fire pit.
You said your phone was damaged as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm seeing total amount paid $1,217.64. How was your phone damaged, ma'am?
So I was walking by the fire and a gust of wind blew into the flame and the flame hit my dress, caught it on fire. It's an expensive dress, but it didn't have pockets, so I was holding my cell phone. When I caught on fire,
yes,
a nearby guest trying to help me pushed me into the pool.
Oh, wow.
To extinguish the flame.
Well, that's probably a good idea, don't you agree?
It was a good idea, so I'm not suing that person.
Right.
I'm only suing the person responsible for the fire.
Sir, what are your thoughts?
I mean, this is really silly. I mean, I warned everybody, like normal. There's the fire pit. You could see it clearly.
Plain sight.
Yeah, there's no grating around it. Like, it doesn't need it. None of these fire pits have that kind of thing, you know? And there's normal wind. You know, there's no tornadoes going outside. It's a normal, windy, slightly gusty, whatever.
Yeah.
And she had this, like, flowing dress and everything, and she's, like, near the fire. I'm like, I'm getting nervous. You know, I kept telling her.
You kind of saw that this
Oh,
could
yeah,
be
I
a
saw
problem.
a disaster. Like, I was really nervous. I was, you know, I kept telling her, you know,
Oh, so you
please.
said this to her?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Ma'am, did he tell you that this could be an issue?
Telling is a bit of an
I
exaggeration.
asked you a question, ma'am. Did he tell you that this could be an issue?
He did. However, I could barely understand him because, like we mentioned earlier, it was an open bar.
And
he
like
was
I
quite
mentioned
under the-
earlier, it was a party. I guess what I want to ask you, sir, is if you've ever had an incident like this before at your home where somebody has gotten damaged because of your pool or fire pit.
Prior to this incident, no, nothing has ever
Never.
happened. No,
Never had
it's
any
never been an
problems.
issue.
Judge Eboni's verdict when equal justice returns. This is Equal Justice.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I appreciate you both for your evidence and your testimony. I feel for you, ma'am. I do. It looks like you had a horrific night. It really does. Dress got ruined. Phone got ruined. It does sound like, by your own admission, that this all happened because of, as you say, a gust of wind, which if I were to believe your testimony and allocate all of this to be the result of a gust of wind interfacing with the fire, that's what we call an act of God, ma'am. That's not this gentleman's doing, okay? And if it's an act of God, it was a reasonable circumstance. Even this man, in some level of intoxication, could see silk dress, open flame, not a good combination. Your unwillingness and inability to make an adjustment around his warning because you were having too much fun at the party is going to be something you're going to have to pay for, ma'am. The plaintiff's case is dismissed. I find no absolute liability from the defendant. That's my ruling.
All rise.
Judge Eboni has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Any final thoughts?
I think that you should have taken more responsibility for your guests and had an established walking path and taken care of your people.
I thank the judge. I mean, I think you should stay aware of your surroundings and, like, maybe don't have so much to drink.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.